but we got some good drenching. It's good for the vegetables, good for the plants that you have in your backyard, even in your farm. We got some good wind today in the southern corridor. And here to help us with our weather update this afternoon is none other than meteorologist Mr. Lenard Josiah. Good afternoon, Mr. Josiah. He will clarify everything for us. Tell us why we're getting rain this afternoon. So here he is.
Good afternoon, my brother. Good afternoon, my brother. I am actually just trying to see if I can have a quick graphic so that I can show you how this thing actually works. And for me, before I get into the tropics, we know that there is a tropical storm Victor. Many of you might be hearing about it, and I will be speaking about that in just a jiffy. But let me just share my screen so I can at least talk to you guys about the rains that some of us would have been having today. If you're viewing right now, you're seeing the National Hurricane Center's front page, and you're looking at Sam, which is on its way out. But take a look at where Victor is. Victor is right off the coast of Africa right this afternoon. But Victor is forecast to head out. Is forecast to head out to sea, and that is certainly good news. This area of disturbed weather that we have been monitoring for the past 24 hours was yesterday was 70% chance that of a high chance that it will do something. But take a look at what happened this afternoon. It's 30%. Reason is, which I will show you in just a minute, but this is exactly what we are having right now. What I wanted to show you is this particular shot. This particular shot is an orientation of where Antigua and Barbuda is versus where Sam is. Now, this is what we call our windy. You can Google this, windy.com, and you get your winds here. But this is Sam out here. Okay, I wanted to show you where the Sam is, but take a look at these arrows funneling in, these things funneling in, these little things that are moving all at right. Antigua and Barbuda will be located right here. The blues on the lower end shows that the wind is rather light, but it's still coming from the north. So it's funneling down like this. So this afternoon, some of those clouds and some of the moisture that will be fanning in because of the rotation of the tropical storm created by this afternoon with the heating, developed some clouds over Antigua and Barbuda. Some of those clouds gave us a drencher this afternoon. And this is our radar shot. And you can see that in the midst of some of those clouds are funneling, you can see some of those echoes, which is yellows. Some of these yellows right here are forming just to the north of Antigua and moving towards the south. And some of that rain started over by you, my brother, and then moving off to the south because of the daytime instability. So when the winds are light, some of these clouds can billow up tall, and then they become so tall, create thunderstorms like what we are having, but yet still some of that rain is moving over some of us. So this, some of the areas around south and Jennings and etc. would have gotten some drenching rainfall because of the indirect presence of Hurricane Sam. So you'll be surprised to say that, but we hold on, we are not forecasting rainfall associated with Sam directly. However, this is an indirect spin-off from it because Sam is creating what we call light winds, and those light winds are generating what we call daytime instability that is creating the clouds. That is exactly what's happening. So as you go on into tonight, you're going to be seeing that all these clouds dissipate. It become a clear night, and then come tomorrow when some of the lighter winds, as Sam moves on out towards the northeast, northwest, then some of these lighter winds, even lighter than today, would come across us and will create those daytime instability. The difference is, maybe by tomorrow, is that some of those clouds will sit at one place rather than being pushed off the coast. So you might be surprised that some places might be getting a drenching type rainfall, such as Liquor Quick. Make up your mind, brother. There's a high chance of this developing tomorrow. So let's see if it develops in your neck of the woods, and some of that drenching rainfall may impact you in a negative sense. But as you can see right now, the winds.
I'm looking at your map there, and it shows me that Barbuda is further north and so they may
Yes.
be getting more rain than us. I don't know.
Not necessarily, because it's not
Okay.
necessarily as of clouds coming over us. It's clouds forming on us. And that's what
Okay.
happened. You see what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily that. Yeah, right.
Just curious to get information.
Yeah, so this is what takes place in what we call the daytime instability. Well, Hurricane Sam is on its way out. Still a major hurricane this afternoon. Forecast to move on out to see Antigua and Barbuda. We are still way to the southwest, Antigua and Barbuda. We are here. So if you're wondering if Sam is still a factor, some people called me today and asked me about Hurricane Sam. It's still not a factor for us. It's moving out this way here, out into the open Atlantic, will not necessarily be a bother to us, okay? Let's take you in a little closer so you can understand. So you can see the cloudiness associated with the Sam right there. And all these clouds and the eye is wrapped right inside there for us to see where Sam is. This is the eye right here, okay? And all you can see, some of these clouds are fanning into Sam. Okay, some of those clouds, the major rain bands are going to stay clear of Antigua. But just as you see some clouds forming over Puerto Rico right here is what took place over Antigua. But we are so small, we cannot see it. That's Antigua right there. So tomorrow, look out for, with the lighter winds that are forecast, for us to have another round of this taking place. On the wider Atlantic now, as we have been monitoring this area of disturbed weather located way out to Africa, develop into tropical storm Victor this afternoon. Here is Victor right outside here. Here is Antigua and Barbuda right here. So you could see that we are way distances, way out there, over 2,000 miles out to sea. So we are not forecasting anything of major that will come of that would impact us here in Antigua and Barbuda. But let me see if I can go back so you can see exactly where Sam is likely to go. Let me clear my screen so that many of you can see exactly where Victor is likely to go. This is where Victor is this afternoon, and Victor is forecast to head out to sea also. So here is Victor right here. Antigua and Barbuda, we are located right here. And the forecast track carries Victor right out at sea. That's certainly wonderful news. Now, as I said to you earlier on, I'm going to be taking you very close now into the system so you can see what I'm talking about. So here is the cloud. Here are the clouds associated with Victor this afternoon. Or let me go a little bit smaller so you can see. Okay, this is Victor right here. And with Victor out here, right inside this general location, right here, here is the other area of disturbed weather that we have been monitoring. But as you could see, Victor is such a big area of clouds, okay? But this area here is also small. And what the National Hurricane Center is suggesting, and what we are seeing, is that the circulation of Victor might be pulling this or disrupting the circulation of this particular area a little bit. So this is not getting life to breathe, and that's certainly good news. But over the next couple of days, as Victor moves out towards the northwest and this area moves towards the west, then they would separate themselves, and this area might be able to breathe a little bit. So residents of our Twin Island state would certainly want to continue to monitor the progress of this area of disturbed weather right here as it continues to move on towards the west, because it can still have a life to breathe if the environment is right. My brother?
Yes, never dull day in the Atlantic. And you can see that still you're sleeping, but you're sleeping with one eye open, yes, wondering what's coming next. So that's how it looks as we're coming to the end. It's getting exciting, not in a dangerous way. And so we want to thank you for stopping by this afternoon and for bringing our weather update. I'll be keeping my eyes fixed on Little Creek to know how to manage my time tomorrow, calculate when I go and when I come. But I'm happy.
But let's see how it manages. And you're so correct. But let's see how it plays out tomorrow, whether the moisture and the daytime heating will play out in that particular way, because there might be a weak ridge building onto, and that weak ridge might be a suppressive agent. So there's going to be an atmospheric struggle tomorrow. The light winds, the heating, the clouds want to form, but there might be some pressure taking place. So we're still going to be looking forward to some of the showers tomorrow in your neck of the woods. And let's see how it plays out for Jennings tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yes, we want to thank
Okay.
you for stopping by. Again, I see you're relaxing at home. And yeah, well, today wasn't reasonable day for beach, but not the best day for beach. But sometimes it's good to get down to the beach, take a swim while it's drizzling, and go back. They say the salt water is life. One time I met a naturopath who said the composition of the seawater is almost a composition identical to the composition of the human body, the minerals, the etc. that it has. But
Yes.
that's left to be seen. So good evening. Have a wonderful night and be safe. God bless you. And tomorrow we'll be back for a final episode for the
That's
week.
so true.
It's going on its merry way. So there's
Yes.
nothing to worry about. We can take our usual hiatus on the weekend.
Yes.
Go to church, worship, praise the Lord. 25 of us, remember that, plus the
That's
worship.
right.
And follow the protocol. The numbers are adding up and they're bringing in all sorts of stuff, trying to. But I'm telling you today, if you trust in God, we'll make it through the storm.
That's so true. That's so true. And that's where trust comes in, my brother. That's where trust comes in. Have a wonderful evening, and to you and your family, same time, same place here tomorrow, where we brief the public.